Hello guys, I do believe that you are well. We are set with the show with one Benjamin Zulu on this beautiful show, the Benjamin Zulu Show. Now, I know you know that it is always good and you always feel at peace by falling in love with someone who has genuine feelings for you. But have you ever wondered why some people or some relationships that were meant to be, all of a sudden, they fell apart? Or have you ever wondered why that good feeling that you had towards somebody just died? That is why today you have to give us all your ears, because Benjamin is going to give you reasons why some lovers do fall apart. Are you one of them? Hi, Benjamin.
And you know I'm burning. I'm just, because I've met these cases so often.
Yes.
And the victims are caught unawares. It's been 5 years, we no longer connect, we no longer talk, I don't know what happened, I don't know. And it's very sorry, it's very sad to see when you ask the normal counselors or the normal advisors or other relationship, when you Google, they will give you the obvious, the surface things.
Yes.
About, in order to bring back the spark, try to create more time for each other. You are together and you're not talking. No, they will tell you to great time. We are here.
It is true. We are not talking.
Yeah, all right. Somebody will tell you, you need to communicate more. About what? So, communication has the place. You need to create time for each other. But those are really the logistics. Those are the technical issues. I want to show you the thing that will keep you connected or that which will disconnect you. And that will keep you together or part you for good. But the problem is when you are dating, it's not spoken of a lot. It's not even there in the vows.
Yes.
In the wedding vows, it's not there. And it's not what you hear every day, and it's not visible with the eyes. And yet it is the undercurrent. It's called the dreams that person has. The life they envision for themselves. I need to swallow that, because sometimes when you hear serious things, we expect a big word that is hard to pronounce. So that we may believe it's a serious thing.
Yeah.
Brahman, everybody has a future they hope for.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not talking about the stupid college kids you guys are going for. Those ones don't know where they are. They are yet to it's a bundle of emotions carrying them. They are ruled by the present need. Yes. If she has no 500 shillings for photocopy, and you give her 500 shillings for photocopy, now you can win her. If she was going out and she needed somebody to keep company, because you spent a weekend, now her emotions are with you. I'm not talking about immature girls. I'm not talking about premature boys who don't know where they're going.
Yeah.
Again, mixing your seasons, dating at the wrong time is pure disaster. It's unnecessary. One girl just texted me and I told you we must do a show to answer those questions, because I thought we had done it. What is the problem with dating for years? This is a problem. When you date for years, you end up dating without knowing what you're dating for, who you need, who you're dealing with, where you are in life, what season you are in, what you really need, the future you want. Yeah. When you date for long, it looks not serious. So you don't evaluate it. All right? It looks like, we shall get serious over there. But over here, your emotions are getting attached. Remember, your emotions cannot attach in a tentative manner. Yeah. Bear in mind, your heart is foolish. It never grows up. Please remember, your emotions don't grow up.
True.
And I reminded you that, unfortunately, the child is stronger than the adult. The emotions are the child. The head is the parent, but unfortunately, the energy, your head thinks straight, but your emotions, your ideas don't have the strength on their own. That's why even when the doctor knows smoking destroys the lungs, he is still smoking.
Yes.
Because the craving for smoking is stronger than the knowledge that smoking is bad. Philosophy 1 what? 8. So, please, I'm not discussing about the hopelessly lost who are dating in the wrong season.
Yeah.
Those ones, they face raw pain. That girl is experiencing raw pain. She's 29, been dating for 6 years. There's already a child of 3 years. And the guy is already flirting with other women. And when she asks, he is defensive and tells her, if you don't go. She's wondering, no, my 6 years will go down the drain. There's a boy there. You were 23. Now you're 29. Do you see the raw pain? Mm-hmm. How many losses are those, Brahma? How many losses? Why was she dating at 23? Why? Where was she going with it? Because it was fashionable to have a guy. Mm-hmm. Again, it is wide. The road that leads to destruction is always wide. Perversion, sin is more common than right things. To do right is less popular. Mm-hmm. People are dating left. I've told you about another kid who is insulting me in my inbox. 19, been dating for 4 years. I'm wondering, what do these kids take me for?
19 for 4 years.
She has the courage to say, I discovered he has been cheating on me. So they're having sex. So, 19. Luckily for me, I have a copy-paste. Copy-paste message for all under 25s who are asking about dating. So today we are discussing when people grow apart. I'm not discussing when you date foolishly in college or before you know where you're going in life. I'm talking when you meet at the right age in life. You want to marry, she wants to marry, you're already in your career, you've put foundations. We said, as a man, you don't marry when you get rich. You build the world with the woman. Mm-hmm. You marry when you have put the foundations. Mm-hmm. When you have carved a career at a path and you can say, I'm headed southeast, 53 degrees. You get?
Yeah.
You must know you're becoming a journalist. Even if there will be changes, you should know which direction are you headed generally. Mm-hmm. Okay? Mm-hmm. Before you establish a foundation, before you can pay your rent, before you can pay your fare, you have no business talking to any woman about marriage.
Yeah.
Okay?
You should be looking for money.
She's coming to help you to do what? See, she's a helper.
Yes.
You needed to have found out what you're doing. And what the co-pilot is, which direction are we going? This sounds basic, and I'm wondering why people don't get it. There was no life coach when I was in college who could tell us things in such a precision from African context. We have many speakers who tried here and there, but I was looking for precise description.
Yeah.
I couldn't find it. That's why I said I must be the one to tell people. But one thing I knew, my first degree was not my career. Even if you study in journalism and you'll not become a journalist, the first degree is still too far from you having a career.
Yes.
You need another journey. And I want you from marrying people who have never been alone. They don't know how to be, they don't know themselves. They are using you to fix loneliness. Brother, do you want to be used like a drug?
Never.
Brother. You want somebody who has balanced their lives and they come to share overflow of joy and happiness with you. When you're together, you enjoy each other's company because you have stories to tell. Not, they're panicking and they want to use it here so that they don't collapse. They can't stay alone. Stay here with me. You know, when you go away, I feel like dying. Is that what you want? Yeah?
Never.
This is an addict and you're the drug. Brother. Some people say they love you, but they don't love you like a partner. They love you like cocaine.
Yes.
Can you leave this addict alone? Brother. There are girls who are addicted to being in a relationship.
Yeah.
Addicted to being financed, having sex. And now you show up like the next supply. Make sure the person you deal with has learned how to be alone. There's a solitary season in your life appointed for the carving, formation of your character. It's mandatory. It's mandatory. It's needed. It's uncomfortable, but it's a baptism necessary for where you're going.
Yeah.
For me, it was 5 solid years from 2011 to 2016. Studying, learning. I was interacting with ladies a lot. Single does not mean isolated.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You must interact to know them and to begin to form an idea. Yeah?
I like that.
Yeah. You hear where men are failing. And you check your own exam. You know. I took 5 solid years. What I was telling you, the Jacob seasons. The 7 years of working to earn the right to be husband. to earn the right to remain a husband, to earn the right to maintain a family, to learn how to lead. Every husband is a leader.
Yeah.
Every parent, once you have a child, you are the leader to that child.
Yeah.
This is not optional. The moment you signed to marry, you carried all those titles.
Yes.
And you are the one to worry about the food, the rent, all right? The things. And I told you, if you marry a woman who is a millionaire, make sure as a man. You shelter that woman. You cover. There are some things you want to do to maintain your rights as a husband. Brother, make sure you go a stone throw ahead.
Yes.
When our Lord went to the mountain with the 3 disciples, he did not sit in the same place with them. He went a stone throw ahead. Brother, I want to take a stone throw, and that is the distance I want you to go. Okay?
Yeah.
If you meet the right woman, the right season, you're prepared, you've taken your journey, and you love each other genuinely, that is only the beginning. Let me tell you what you must investigate before you sign up. The vision she has for her life.
Thank you.
Everybody has a mental picture of where they want to go. Sometimes many of them can't describe it in words, but as you talk, it is formed in dots, bits and pieces. You can see what she's envisioning. Does not mean people must have a detail of where they want to live, the size of the house, the kind of car. No, I'm not talking about the details. I'm talking about the lifestyle they want.
Okay.
I'm talking about the career level they want. What kind of spiritual life they want. It's tormenting to marry a person who is cold towards prayer and you have to share a bed. Whoa. And when you're praying, you're making noise. You interrupted her sleep. How long can you do that? How many years? Brother, you want the life she's envisioning, the direction of her life.
Yes.
Maybe from the time she watched the clashes in Congo Kinshasa, she has entertained that idea, of being a charity worker in Congo. And here you are thinking of buying a plot in Kangundo Road and building, but the girl can't wait to Congo. If you talk to a girl and Congo Kinshasa comes up every my brother, however you like her, however you admire that girl, but my brother, you want to be very careful. I told somebody, I was joking, I told people that we studied with some guys and they left for abroad.
Yes.
They got scholarships, visas, when you're in a good university, studying a good course, sometimes you can access some things.
Yeah.
But while they were over there, greener pastures, the rest of us remained here, arguing with the pre-25s about sex. Not just on a light note to say, sometimes the path to where you wanted to go is not even glamorous.
Yes.
You can't even brag about it. Brahman, some careers have no bragging rights. It's later when it matures, people come to clap for it.
Yes.
Our Churchill here, when he was starting the comedy, would you have admired how he's trying to make people laugh?
Never.
Look at this joke. He came here and me. You'd have ridiculed him.
Yeah.
But later when it has borne fruit, oh my God, that was genius. All right. So we are saying, you want to sense where this guy wants to go with his life. There's some people want to be beach boys. From the time they visited Coast with their parents, when he was in class 8. And he saw a beach boy. And the way they're speaking Swahili. You see, nazi ni madafu. The boy is fantasizing.
How to be a beach boy.
Yeah. Brother, those things matter. But people overlook them. People overlook. If you hear, imagine Jack Ma being a teacher. He was trained as a teacher. but marries a wife. Although one day he joked, told a wife, one day I want to be a millionaire. Then she said, you, it will never happen. It was on a light note. Of course, she believes in him. It was just a kidding in a way. But if you hear a person keep saying, I would like to be a global journalist, but it's one obscure Bramwell, little known, with 3 pairs of shoes. Okay, I don't think yours are 3. I'm just picking a fella who is saying something, and you have to shake your head a little bit. It's just I'm losing that. If that girl keeps saying she would like to live in the US, and she has about 16 distant relatives. But then we have a lot of girls who are obsessed with the US. Be careful.
True.
Be careful.
Just like they are with Saudi.
Be careful. There's an old man who was left at 60 and the woman migrated. There's some women who it's only circumstances holding them back. Some people are available circumstantially. Yeah. You marry now before she has enough money to fly.
Congo Kinshasa.
And you can't get the obsession. But they want you to respect people's callings. And release them to go to it. There's a lady who told me she has got a job in Somaliland. She's working there. And she wanted to date. Somaliland is different from Somalia. It's another.
Yes. Yeah.
And she's just, I said, you may not understand some things, but please look for a person who aligns with where you're going. Always listen to where the person, what they picture their future is. It's not always in details, but it's always in a certain direction. Things they hold in very high regard. Even if they can't afford it now, one day they will afford it. And if they have always wished, sustained the wish, admired, respect that. Ask yourself, can I still live with them like that? How many children were you with in high school who were brought up by drivers and guards and house help because the mother is working the coast, the father is a truck driver moving all over East Africa, and none of them is available?
So many.
What was happening? The careers were like this, but the people still got married. Marry a person who, and we're not saying you're going to find exact copy of your career. A person who wants to be a journalist, no. Sometimes it's not even a good idea to marry another person of your similar career. You're getting tired the same day.
True. Discussing news every day.
Imagine. You want freshness, man. Get somebody who's coming from another side of the world. Okay, it also has advantages. For example, if a medic or a lawyer marries a lawyer, they can actually build an empire quickly.
Yeah.
Especially if they have similar interests, and there are advantages. But we are saying don't force it. Somebody can be a lawyer and you are a lawyer, but your dreams are going very opposite
direction.
Yes. Both of you can be journalists, but one of you, their passion is very different. They wanted to highlight the unorthodox cases.
Yeah.
We had a guy who was called Digital Pev. We had caused waves. But just investigative journalism. That it involves its own risk because you're investigating people. But it has also a lot of following. If you love it, you can do it. Yes. Another guy wanted to be news anchor. Those are the people I don't understand. Me, I can't read things every day. Right? I salute people who enjoy news anchoring. Because I don't determine the content, I just read it. But I realize what they need to bring is their personality, presence, and to make it enjoyable, to make it presentable and engaging. And they must do that around the content, whether it is sorrowful or happy or sad. They must switch between so many emotions.
Always keeping your emotions in check.
Imagine, when it is sad, now we got to a sad note where an accident happened sexually, and then go to happiness. Kenya won gold in, and I'm wondering, is it the same person swinging between? There's a skill there I can't see. All right? One of the things I want you to realize is people grow apart if they came together, but they are facing different directions. Yes. Dreams are the biggest killer of marriages. Now, what if you are told, sacrifice your life for the sake of marriage? That will be drummed into you. Yeah. Because you must change your life. And then you pick a woman who wanted to fly.
to evangelize in Ethiopia.
You know? And then because you're supposed to sacrifice your life, you stop your career to go with her.
Yeah.
You are there, but you are grumpy. You are unsatisfied. You're unsettled.
Yeah.
You feel angry. If you force a person to drop their dreams to stay in marriage, they will stay, but they'll be bitter.
Mm-hmm.
And they will start seeing you as the reason for all their problems. If it were not for you, I would have my own money.
Yes.
If it were not for you, I'll be very far. If it were not for you, make sure you don't ask your woman to sacrifice her dreams.
Good.
She will change from who she was supposed to be. Philosophy 101.
109.
People are made of what they live for.
Okay.
Please, swallow that.
Yeah.
People, but if I ask you what moves cars on the road, you're likely to tell me the engine, the fuel. But I'll tell you the truth. Many cars have engines and fuels, but some are parked. Others are headed north, others are headed south, and all of them have functional engines. So what is moving them is not the engine. The engine only facilitates the movement. They are moved by their destinations, the purposes of the owner.
Mm-hmm.
You don't live because you eat. You are not the clothes you wear, the food you can afford, the houses you live in.
Yeah.
Those are only facilitators of where you're going in life. You are going where you aim. Your goals, your dreams are the ones determining the direction of your life. Mm-hmm. So your woman is who she is. Bramel is who he is because of what he lives for. The journalism, the influence, the coaching, the accounting, the lawyering, the medic, the teacher. There's a person who loves teaching. That's what brings them alive.
Yes.
If you stop her from teaching, she's no longer herself.
Mm-hmm.
Note that. I'm not just me because I have body, I weigh how many kgs. All these are equipments for my existence.
Yeah.
Your existence, what gives you happiness, who you are, your personality, your happiness, your values are all made of what you live for. When a woman lives for touching the weak, and I told you sometimes the word engineering doesn't capture really who a person is. It's only part of it. There are some people who want engineering, but they wanted to go to engineer towards the physically challenged.
Yeah.
They wanted to adjust lives, occupational therapy for people who have to adjust life. They wanted to design buildings that create a mood at home. There's one designer who said they hate how houses look like boxes and they're identical. When you're in that house, you feel lifeless. They hate it. People are copy pasting. Box here, triangle. Yeah. So they started their design by going an opposite direction. People are doing that to occupy the maximum space and create as much rooms and sell.
Yes.
Okay, they're maximizing money and space. And they said, hey, my friend, by looking at money, you're losing life. So they started designing buildings, sacrificing space for style.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll build pyramid buildings, they'll build half triangle, they'll build, and it came, today that's the standard in higher end.
Yeah.
When you go to low end residentials, houses look like boxes.
Boxes.
As much space as possible. The more you go to high end, shapes change. People start to worry not so much about space, but now style.
Mm-hmm.
And they look stylish and they're sold more and you feel more alive. They create space for trees. The poor have no space for trees. It's house to house to house to house. The world do have trees and birds and nature and you feel more alive and there's space. All right? Mm-hmm. That's an architect who was moving, driven by a different thing. So that person was living for, he was called Santiago Calatrava. He was doing just designs that look different. Not all architects are driven by the same thing. Look for what drives that person and never try to move them out of it because they will stop being who you liked. Buddha was asked what is the difference between like and love. He said when you like something, you carry it with you. You like a flower, you pluck. I like this, sell it to me. You go with it. When you love a flower, you don't remove it from where it is. You irrigate it. You nourish it. You make it flourish more. Mm-hmm. If you love a person, let them flourish in their element. Now you're going to ask me, and where is the intimacy? How are we going to connect? How are we going to merge our lives? You merge your lives by aligning your dreams. First of all, you get a person who is approximately heading the same direction as you. Okay?
Okay. Approximately.
You never get precisely because you don't come from the same place.
Yes.
But you look at a person who your lives, your directions are generally aligned. Do you see now why you must marry only when you know where you're going?
Yes.
Only when you know where you're going. So that you get a person who is headed that general direction. Okay? Mm-hmm. I'm headed towards journalism. My career involves public. My career involves, I like informing. I'll be studying and reading. I like, and again, remember your vision, your dreams are not always as clear. There's a lot about it that will be thawing, coming out as you go, as you go, as you go, as you go. But you need to know at least the direction. Okay? Mm-hmm. All right? So we are saying, you get a person whose career is malleable, possible to mesh, possible to align. But you don't swallow them. You don't smother them. That's why I don't understand people call themselves stay-home mom. Stay where?
Imagine. Sadly.
You don't narrow your life to mothering. Mothering is part of your job in life. Mm-hmm. If a kid needs special attention, you can stop everything to attend to them. But do they stay young forever?
No.
Thank you. I believe everybody on earth has something to affect their day with. Of course, bringing up healthy kids, well-adjusted kids is part of it. But today, kids are also going to school. When they go to school, what are you doing? All right? Mm-hmm. There are some jobs I keep telling my girl, don't do what you can delegate. Don't occupy all your time with what you could have paid somebody to do it. Get them to do it so that you are released to go. So dreams damage when they are incompatible. And because when we are starting life, we are very young. People are not seeing who we are becoming. If you don't pay attention to what this person wants most in life, it will come to pass and it will separate you permanently. Mm-hmm. The other thing about dreams, before you bring in your questions, is now, what if you both have dreams? Please follow this. Follow this carefully because you're likely to miss it or become too sympathetic. Mm-hmm. You both have dreams, but she's dreaming here. She wants, the amount of success she wants is here and yours is here. She's clear where she's going with her life, but she's only going here. All right? Mm-hmm. But you're aiming so high yourself. That's why I told you to mention some figures, some money. When you meet girls, please mention the money. That is the only way you can measure if she can handle, if she can believe that level. Yes. Okay? Mm-hmm. I used to mention staggering figures, which I was also struggling to figure out. To test the waters. Well, you must call, faith is the assurance of what is hoped for. Yes. You have 100 shillings in the pocket which has been folded. Yeah. You know money is small when it is folded into a tiny thing. If it's a big bundle, you can't fold it too much. So, I used to tell the girl, I would like to be a billionaire one day. Now, Kenyan currency is very weak. I keep telling her, our currency is so small, you may think you have a lot of money. Mm. So don't think of a billion shilling, think of 10 million USD. Mm. A person who has 10 million USD in America is not considered even rich. Yes. Yeah. But here, that guy is stinking rich.
You have only 10.
Imagine. I can't realize, our measurement is very weak.
Yes.
When you say you have a million here, you're a millionaire, surely that's only 10,000 USD. What is that? It's very small. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to say this. Mention the height you're trying to ascend to. Because if both you are dreaming, but she just wanted moderate, comfortable life. Mm-hmm. But you wanted sensationally successful. Yeah? Let's say she longs to buy Nissan Wingroad. Mm. Nissan what?
Wingroad.
Her dream car. Precisely the black one. Bramwell is dreaming about a helicopter.
Nissan Wingroad.
That's a particular car, my brother. Imagine, you're aiming at helicopter. Are you the same level?
Never.
Thank you. If she cannot believe and see, and we're not saying people can't learn and improve and be made to believe, We are saying their capacity. That's why I say you should mention and see whether she's excited. Come to think of it. You mean it's possible? It is doable. Imagine this and that. There's some guys who are doing it here. Just business within how many years? We can. Oh my God, I would like that. That's the right guy. Who is saying, where? Here in this, you'll be killed by thieves.
There's a lot of money.
The first time I carried $1 million in an envelope, I was looking around, thinking people have noticed that I'm carrying money. I realized you must also grow. You must imagine and believe it.
Yes.
All right? I want you to know. You can have dreams, both of you, but if the levels are different, the time she reaches where she was going, she will not allow you to continue stretching and striving. She just wanted her home and a Nissan Wing Road, and she has arrived.
And she has arrived.
She has arrived. In fact, praise the Lord. But Brahman is so restless, still waking up at night, checking. Imagine if she wanted a plot that is 40 by 60. 40 by 60 feet. But Brahman is looking for 60 acres, and that's how many millions are those? 100 million, yeah, that's manageable. What did you say? Make sure the person's dreams not only align, but levels align. If you dream to own a personal jet one day, I'm one person, I don't want to die before I drive my own jet. Those who ride them, what special do they have? Do they have 2 heads and 4 legs? I want to do what they did.
Yes.
Some things I just want to do to prove that you can do it. To demonstrate that anything is possible in Africa, wherever. Yep. Bring up your questions. Yes.
I like that, Benjamin. Now, Benjamin, should we wait until we discover that my purpose and her purpose are aligned before moving in for going to the stage?
You
of
do
marriage?
not wait. You listen to how she talks.
All right.
Brother, energies, levels, visions, the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks.
True.
Just need to listen. Listen to her striving aspirations. That is what she wants to bring to pass. Again, there's something you mentioned in the other show. Make sure you get a person who's malleable, teachable. If she's hungry and she's open to learning, you can inspire. You know, the founder of Dubai was just a desert.
A desert, yeah.
Today, it is leading in the world for many things because of a guy who believed it. I told you, don't marry before you have a belief in something that makes you wake up and describe it to your woman. Tell her we are going to build a small empire for ourselves. And these are the steps. There's a difference between fantasizing and dreaming. When you fantasize, you build the castles in there and leave them there. When you dream, you build them there and build a ladder to there. You're going to start here, there, and you are acting on it. You know it's a real dream when it drives you, inspires you, encourages you, makes you wake up. Dream is not what you see when you are asleep. It's what makes you not sleep. Philosophy what?
I don't know.
It's not what you see when you are asleep. It's what makes you not to sleep. What you see in your head, and you are restless. And you are restless. Are you patient with the process? Of course. You know there's a stretch, process, strive, process. But you're not resting until you get there. Next time I'll tell you about the ending. Never start anything before you imagine the ending. Never start a marriage before you imagine how you want to age together.
Yeah.
Imagine where you'll be living, the life you'll be living. For me, I would like a home that has a big compound. We can ride on a bike. My kids are going riding bikes, kicking balls in our compound. All right?
Yeah.
I want a place where I can land with my chopper and go home. I want a place where I can conduct my affairs in this life, my business, my what, without traffic congestion. I hate traffic congestion. Tell me one benefit on earth. Brother. The researcher you are. It's a nuisance, brother.
Now, Benjamin, what is the danger of trying to date somebody who has a different vision in life and equally yoked in terms of purpose?
Exactly. it means you are not heading same direction, and soon you tear apart. Or you'll have one of you to stop being themselves in order to stay married. That makes them bitter. So there'll be no happiness either. You understand?
Yeah.
Not all people who stay married are happily married. Marriages are not bed of roses, of course, but we're saying marriage is only worth it when it's working. Okay?
Yeah.
It's not working, it's not worth it.
Worth it.
All right?
Yes.
Remember, if we are headed the same direction, we are working on the same things, we are growing the same way, we are better together. Companionship is the reason we come. Friendship, support, care, trust. Those are the things that keep us together. But remember, I did not create you. I borrowed you from God. Brother, I don't want you to imagine you are a demigod to your wife. Yes. You did not create that woman.
Yeah.
And neither with you, and create her. She was lent you on your journey. She has another mission from God. One of the missions is to be your husband, to be your wife, to be mother of children, but also to influence the world in a certain thing. Let her do her thing. Allow her. In fact, cultivate it. When she's happy, when she's fulfilled out there, she'll bring more happiness at home. Yes.
And we have ladies who are watching you, Benjamin, and as you're talking about papas, they are still not in a position to discover what their purpose is, Benjamin, but they're in a relationship. What is the danger to this?
You're taking me back to sickness. There's a time and a season for every matter under the sun.
Yes.
One sign of foolishness, what God lamented, one of the saddest lamentations is in the book of Lamentations itself and Jeremiah. I want you to learn to read sad scriptures. Stop getting used to this, praise the Lord, amen, you shall be blessed.
Sad scriptures.
Please, every now and then, don't wait for the whip to send you to job. Some people only read sad scriptures when they've been whipped. So, when I was reading one of the sad scriptures, to make sure I read every scripture, I usually start Genesis to Revelation. To make sure I'm not handpicking what is tasty. People can handpick scripture.
Yes. Yes.
So I came across one that shocked me and knocked me back to my senses. That Jeremiah 3 says, the harvest is past, the summer is ended, and we are not saved. Yeah. Another place he lamented says, the eagle understands his seasons. Even the thornbill and the birds know when they should return. You know, birds, they migrate for mating, for eating, for what? And they obey the cycle. And they return. But my people have no sense of their seasons. When you see a person who's dating, talking love, when they have not clarified where they are going, it's unfortunate. That's the person God is lamenting about. I told you why we are 7 billion on earth. God is trying to replace Jonas. I strongly believe, that's not scripture, just my speculation. The reason we are so many is because of that. People are so disobedient, ignorant of their seasons. They just want to run to Tarshish, where it feels good, the relationship, the this. God wanted to send you to Nineveh, but you're not even concerned.
Yeah.
You are defiant. Do you know, there's another scripture I want you to read. You shall find the ones I want you to read. Please, let them warn you before you go astray.
Yeah.
It says in Genesis that I shall not always strive with men. God will not always argue with you. Yeah. Before he flooded, he said, I regret that I made man. There's a time God regret. Their heart is continually evil. But I found one family which I can want to work with. That is Noah, who was also undrunken. God does not work with the perfect, he works with the obedient.
Yes.
Next time you correct people, are you perfect yourself? God is not after perfection, it's after obedience.
Obedience, yeah.
The guy was obedient despite his foibles of drinking, falling naked, and children have to cover him with his sheets. But God called him righteous. God has some language that might confuse him. No, a righteous man drinking naked. Oh, okay. God, did you confuse? So, I want you to be very careful. What we are talking about here is not that you know everything you wanted to do. It's not that. No, it's that you are flexible, but you're also obedient. If somebody has not yet discovered, they should not be dating anyone. They should first find. And do you know another reason why people don't value their purpose? They don't value God. They're living for themselves. So they go with what feels good. Wide is the road that leads to destruction. Wide. There are people who will get to heaven, but there's no reward.
Yeah.
Everybody goes to Kasarani Stadium, but do they all receive medals?
No.
Not even in glucose. Some just receive the vuvuzela. Bah, 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 bah. It's okay, they're cheering, and some people will still be cheering in heaven. The only thing you can do there is buy yourself ice cream. I took ice cream when I came. Remember, if you are conscious about your calling, you will prioritize it. Yeah. When you have known your calling, now you say, let me marry a person who aligns with where I'm going.
There you have it, guys. I do believe that at the end of the day, you are not rewarded by a vuvuzela. Please. What Benjamin is saying is very, very clear and is very categorical about it. Dear people, the moment you avoid understanding your purpose, if you don't understand your purpose, you risk making other people your assignment. Think about it. Thank you for watching Benjamin Zulu Show.